Hello Generals, welcome to the second episode of the Romania series. I play Romania for the first time in this game, I've never played it before, and I set up a challenge. As I said in the previous episode, I cannot produce artillery, I cannot produce any sort of vehicles, armored vehicles, and I cannot produce any navy units, just to make this game a bit more interesting. So I joined the coalition of Turkey, which consists right now of Turkey, Serbia, Spain and me, Romania. It is the early stages yet of the game, so I do not know what each player can do and what he cannot do. So we are investigating, and in the meantime I'm focusing on expanding east and west and a bit south, just to strengthen my economy. I have already started producing my gunships, and my first gunship will be ready soon, and I'm currently attacking Budapest in order to capture it. Second in line is Sofia, the Bulgarian capital. By now I have decided on the strategy I will follow and the units I will produce. I will use gunships, I will use heavy bombers, and as always I will use my UAVs. Also, I'm building a hospital in Craiova, where I have my one of my airports, and I'm thinking of moving my capital there later on in the game, and I'm also building this hospital there in order for my allies to use it by bringing their air assets, their damaged air assets and their damaged ground assets to be healed. And in that way, I hope they will act like a guard, let's say, of the city, in order for me not to have to invest in units to defend that city too. Let's see if it's going to work. Before we continue, a big thank you for the support you have shown to our channel. We really appreciate that, and please consider subscribing, and by giving us a like, you help our channel a lot. Thank you guys so much for your support. So moving back to the game, we have just captured Budapest. Budapest is ours, and now it is the turn of Sofia. So I shift my interest in Sofia to capture that as well, and then expand a bit more. So I'm moving my gunship, my first gunship, into position to be within range of Sofia, and at the same time I'm moving my National Guard to capture all that empty provinces from the NPC nation Hungary that we have already captured. In the meantime, I'm doing exactly the same for the rest of the Western Balkans, let's say, and I'm sending there my National Guard to capture territory and leave the cities later on when my gunship, and maybe I have a second gunship by then, and my artillery can do the job of destroying the units defending the cities. And my gunship started its work against Sofia, while at the same time I'm moving into position my artillery unit to attack Bratislava. So far only Spain from my allies seems to be active, and I'm checking the moves of other players, especially the ones from the Americas. There is a coalition there, and they have a very experienced player as well, the most experienced in the game, who's Argentina, and we have to keep an eye on them, especially since the United States attacked on the second day of the game Africa. I've never seen that before. So we just keep an eye. It's too early yet in the game to be bothered with that, but we have to be careful. By now our gunship has attacked a few times the defenders of Sofia, and after it clears those defenders, I decided to move a bit further south to North Macedonia, what it is North Macedonia now, in order for us to expand there, since I see Serbia not being active. And the capturing of the territories is going well. We are now on day 5 and we are 4th in the country ranks. Since Austria has been really active in the first few days, I'm rushing and I'm putting into position my units to capture Zagreb, Sarajevo and the other let's say provinces surrounding them, in order to cut him off from further expansion and of course, as always, pass him a message. While all this is happening, I'm checking always what the rest of the players are doing. I just found out that the UK attacked Sweden and shows signs of activity. This is a bit let's say worrying, but it is encouraging that there is a player in the West that is active, which means that since Canada has captured Iceland, maybe they can fight between them and delay them from coming to the rest of mainland Europe. That is strategy. What we hoped for happened between Canada and the UK. Canada invaded Aberdeen and they started a fight between them. So what we did as good diplomats is we offered our assistance to the UK, and I told him that I can help you if you want, if you need any support fighting Canada. Of course, in the back of my mind is for them not to enter mainland Europe, since I have not yet managed to cover a lot of territory to my west. My gunship just cleared Zagreb, and we continue expanding. We keep the pace, we try to keep the pace. I mean, expanding continuously. We do not want to stop for a second. And another important thing you have to keep in your mind is I'm not losing any units. I have 0 losses on day 5. This is really important because I do not have to allocate resources, new resources that are not abundant at this stage of the game in producing new units. I just have to heal them if they get damaged and then reuse them. This saves a lot of resources that you can allocate them in researching new units or upgrading your existing ones. Another important tip there. By now our gunship Wing is doing an excellent job. This is the best unit you can have against infantry, especially at the early stages of the game. And as you can see, with one attack it can destroy the defenders of a city. The Wing there has 3 helicopters and they are really strong against infantry. So after clearing Sarajevo, we're moving to Skopje, and then the plan is to take Tirana. In our quest for the rest of the Balkans and moving a bit further to the west, our UAV will help us. The first UAV is ready, so I'm utilizing it by scouting where the enemy has any units, and I decided to move to capture Prague as well, since Austria seems to have stopped expanding, maybe gave up on the game, I don't know. In the Middle East, where our friend Turkey should have expanded and he's taking his time, things are heating up. We see Saudi Arabia expanding, Iran expanding, and we have to do something about it, which it seems right now that Turkey is in no position to do anything about it, since Israel collapsed. Checking the country ranks, we're second, we're actually equal VPs with the United States, and we have an extra city. We have 13 when he has 12, which I would say is progressing according to plan. This is how I wanted things to be. But we are out of time for this episode. We have to leave it here. I will catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.